Hi guys, and welcome back. This is a new background. I'm sitting on my front porch. It is an absolutely perfect, gorgeous morning, and I just didn't feel like being inside. So I am having a beautiful view of my pond, listening to my fountain. I tried to flip you around so you could see that, but the lighting wasn't working for me. Hi, Taco. My cat is like, what are you doing? I'm filming with natural light, so it may fluctuate during this video. Not something I can obviously control, but I don't have any plugs on my front porch, which is kind of annoying, but the natural light will work. So as some of you know from my Instagram, I just got back from Mexico, and if I'm rocking during this video, I'm in a little rocking chair, so hopefully that's not too annoying. But just got back from Mexico 4 days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago. We were there 5 days, and I just got done unpacking and putting everything away except my makeup. And I was like, you know what? Let's just keep everything in my makeup bag and film with it, because that way I can show you exactly what I took on my trip. I did an Instagram reel, like getting ready was like my first one I ever did, which was so much fun. And these are the products that I used. Now, full transparency here, my self tanner is holding on for dear life on my neck and basically the rest of my body. I'm still going to color match to the self tanner on my neck, and I will have to drag it down my neck, so it might not look like a great color, but I'm going to have to make it work, at least for this video. And then I think I'm going to go into a full scrub down session today. We are having contractors come over in a couple of hours to go over the last minute things we have to discuss before remodeling our hallway bathroom, which is so exciting. I've never shown you that bathroom because it is absolutely atrocious. So I'm starting to take stuff out here, but here is my makeup bag, which I have discussed in an Amazon favorites video, I think several videos ago. So all my makeup, I mean, there's a ton of makeup in here. I wish I could just show you all the makeup. It's gonna fall out, there's no way. If my voice sounds a little weird, it is because I am under the weather. What's new? I feel like anytime I travel and go on an airplane, I get sick. It's like, it happens every single time. Chris is sick. It happened in November when we went to Mexico, so I think it's just something we have to deal with from here on out when we travel and go on an airplane. When I was in Mexico, it would be like 90 degrees every day with humidity of like 85, 90. My makeup stayed on. It was just perfection. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. This has kind of been my go-to makeup routine. And I guess it could be like a heat-proof makeup routine. But yeah, these are all the products that I took to Mexico. So let me shut up and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to go into, God, my nails are atrocious. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This stuff really just helped to keep my makeup on. I think there was a couple days where I didn't wear this, and I'll show you with the next product what I've been using as my primer. But I realized when I used this, it was like double proof and my makeup didn't move. Next, I used the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Glow. This is my jam. If you saw my Instagram reel when I took this out, for that reel, I like pulled it out and some just flew, had a mind of its own, and then flew in my espresso martini. I was like, are you kidding me? And then I went in with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is a shade 455. It matches my self tan so good. But I'll just put, you know, around that much on the back of my hand. I won't use a ton, and that's the thing. I felt like I kept it with really small, even layers. And that's what helped. This is another thing that I took. It's a little brush holder. I will link everything I can if I remember down below. But this held my makeup brushes, and I mean, I overcrowded it big time. I mean, big time. I just go in and dot the foundation around, but basically mixing these two products was a winning combination for me. It just looks beautiful on the skin, and I try to keep it away from underneath the eyes so I can just keep my concealer underneath my eyes. Again, thin, even layers. I think that was the key to my makeup holding up so well in that heat. So now I'm just actually, I didn't do this in Mexico, but I'm gonna do it today just because I need to use more on my neck, but I need to even this out on my neck. This will just help spread it around. All right, now we don't look as bad, and then I'll put powder on too. It'll just bring it together. The next thing I didn't show in my Instagram reel because I kind of forgot and I was kind of rushed a little bit. I bought the e.l.f. I'm using a lot of e.l.f. today. e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour. This is like a little liquid contour. I think it's supposed to be a Charlotte Tilbury dupe. When I first started using it, I did not like it. I was like, I don't get the hype. I don't understand it. What are people like freaking out about? And then it was almost like the more I used it, the more I liked it. So, oh my goodness, it hurts to cough. But now I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. This is in the shade, which shade? I think it's like the medium, light to medium. I probably will need, I know I will. I'll need the lighter shade. I just basically put that all over my forehead. I'll have to go back up with some concealer up there. I was even darker with my self-tan in Mexico, and it was a great contour shade. Bronzer shade, contour shade, whatever you want to call it. All right, and now for blush. This is another thing I didn't use in the reel. Wish I did though, because it's awesome. Where is it? Here it is. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush in Coral Crush. I think I bought this, I believe I bought it when it launched. And I've barely gotten a lot of use out of it because I'm such a powder girly. But this blush is so pretty, and it makes the rest of my makeup, like when I go in with some powder blush, which seems like such an unnecessary step. Trust me, I get it. But it just makes everything stay in place so much longer, which is what I needed in that heat. I still needed to go in with powder. And then for concealer, I don't know what made me hop back on this bandwagon. It's the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. Randomly just pulled it out one day and started using it again, and I fell in love. Loved it. Remember all that shit I talked about when it came to Stanley's? My boss got me one for my birthday. So I use it now. It's a gift. Have to use it, Feel bad. But it's just funny after all that shit I talked about. So now I'm using the Wet n Wild concealer. Put this in my highlight areas. But I was going in with the NYX Bear With Me concealer. Am I using a bunch of drugstore? I feel like I've used a lot of drugstore, which is good. And then kind of just tap that on the outside of my eye. It's a little bit darker, but I love the consistency of the NYX Serum Concealer. I don't know, it just is such a beautiful concealer. I love it. Then I just go in and tap all the concealer that is not under my eyes out first, so that my under eyes have a little time to kind of let it sit there and marinate. I'll tell you what, my face this time around in Mexico was angry. I think it had to do with all the sugary, like margarita type drinks and shots we were doing. And they will just constantly bring you drinks regardless if you ask for them or not. And I know it. I said this in Mexico. I'm like, it's like we're bitching about the best service you can have, unlimited drinks. We stayed in an all-inclusive, and so that's all you can eat, all you can drink, and they will just continually bring you drinks until like you literally have to say no more, like no bueno. Or is that no good? No mas? No mas? Is that no more? Anyway, and I think with the heat and all the sugar and all that stuff, that my face, I have so many like pimples. I had one here, here, on my forehead because I was wearing a sun hat a lot of the time just to protect myself from the sun. I couldn't even believe it when I looked in the mirror. One day I woke up with like an allergic reaction, which was crazy. I've never had an allergic reaction like that before, and I've been to Mexico a lot, like a lot since I was 18 years old. I've been going to Mexico, but I don't know. Just guess as you get older, you don't handle stuff as well. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to go in with the Givenchy Prism Libra powder in Rosé. I think it's Voila Rosé, but this has been my go-to powder, which I feel like everybody has recently jumped on that bandwagon. I guess it's more people are starting to find out about it. My other favorite powder, and I probably would have taken it if there was more of a travel size, is I think it's Too Faced Peach Perfect. But I also think that powder is discontinued, which kind of sucks. But I probably would have taken that powder. You want to talk about a blurring powder? That powder is insane. I might have turned my, I think it's called ISO. Is it the ISO on my camera up too high? But it was either the footage was going to be too light or too dark. So I'm hoping in post I can turn this down so it doesn't look as bright, but I had to make a decision, and that is the decision I made. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Shady Biz bronzer. I recently fell back in love with this, and I'm so glad I did. It's just such a beautiful bronzer. It's not like overly pigmented and crazy. It just gives you, you know, enough color on your face. If you want to build it up, you can, but it's not over the top. And it's not like orangey. It's just a perfect shade. This shade for me is a perfect shade. For blush, a lot of you can probably guess exactly what I took. But if not, the first one is Milani Luminoso. I tried to look in the mirror. Mine broke a long time ago. And I feel like I always try and look in the mirror. There's no mirror. There never has been a mirror. I don't think has there been a mirror? There might have been a mirror. Shoot, I don't even remember. But I love this blush. It is so pigmented. No, I don't think there's ever been a mirror on here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, so pretty. Such a pretty blush. And then the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten blush. Beautiful blush. Like I said, if you've been watching me, I think you guys knew exactly what blush I took. And then the only highlighter I took is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Iced Highlighter. It just goes good with my self-tan. There's just something about it. It gives such a, like, wet highlight, which sounds weird, but it just looks so good on the skin. It's just beautiful. Such a beautiful highlight. I did find if I overused this, then it would just be too much on top of the sweat because I obviously was sweating. So if I used too much, then it was like not good. Like I did look like a sweaty mess. And then the Make It Last setting spray from Milani. Whew. And I'm not stingy with it. I mean, I go in with my setting spray. The only other setting spray, oh no, my voice is going away. The only other setting spray I would have taken if I had it would be the Urban Decay All Nighter. I would have taken that one. I feel like I'm overexposed and it's bothering me. I hope it's not as bad to you guys as it is to me. Okay, for brows, what did I use? Oh yeah, I didn't even really do much with brows because I really don't care about brows. So I just brushed my brows up. Oh my goodness, I should have went and got my tweezers. but I'm just gonna roll with it. And then used the Stick It Brow Mascara. This one's an Auburn. This is pretty much all I did with my brows. I've really grown to like this stuff. At first, I wasn't a huge fan. Like, I liked it, but I don't know. I just think there was maybe a little bit of a learning curve with it. This is basically all I use. I do go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil and just kind of clean up areas or add little strokes to little bald spots, but this really fills in my brows with little to no effort and makes them so realistic. Natural looking bushy brow that looks real, you know, than a completely drawn on eyebrow. And then, like I said, I go in with the NYX Micro Brow. Just do some filling in where I need a little help. Wow, we look so overexposed. Let me turn this down. Does that look better? That looks better. See, I should have done that a while ago. You guys, I am so sorry. See, now it looks dark. See what I'm saying? What about right here? That looks good. No. That looks good, right? That looks better. There's gonna either be one way or the other, so we'll just go with this. All right, now for lashes. So, over here, the lashes that I wore a lot of the time were the Ardell Demi Wispies. But I think today I'm actually gonna go in with the Kiss voluminous little no glue stuff, the Impress false lash stuff. I forget what they're called, but this is all I was wearing for months. I did not wear a false lash. I explained why a while ago, but these bad boys stay on. They're pretty natural looking. I'm not leaving the house anytime soon. I'm not even doing anything this weekend, just to give my body time to relax and recoup. But I'm gonna pop these on. What I like to do is put on a little mascara, just a very light coating. Hi, Bobs.
Interrupting you.
Oops, you're fine. That's Riley. Alright, now that I have a light coat on my top lashes, there's two different lengths. So one's a medium and one's a long. My phone will probably go off here a lot in a second. So I take the long on the outer parts here. I have a full video of how I apply these. A full video. Then you put it on and you pinch it. So easy to do. Alright, then I go in and tight line, very important. This is just gonna bring these little pieces all together. And then the front lashes that are just peeking out here, I really build that up just because it makes all the lashes kind of form together. But you don't have to worry about anything lifting on your inner corner because they're your natural lashes. That's what I like about it. Just gives more of a natural look, even though technically you have little lashes on. Just another one I had. I'm gonna go in with this though, since it's here, the NYX Brunch Me lip pencil. I took my lip gloss out. I have to go find that real quick. Hold, please. All right, I got it. It's the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Sweet Mouth. I forgot this step. I don't know what I was thinking. I just took a little bit of the Makeup Forever Velvet Matte or Velvet Skin powder and I lightly dust it on my face. That is what I forgot. I was thinking like, did I set my face? Like, no, you didn't. Because I even talked about taking it down my neck before. All right, just in time because my battery on my camera is going to die. But this is the look that I wore basically every day in Mexico. Super easy. It actually is pretty fast if I'm not talking to a camera. Yeah, I think that's all the energy I had for today. Gave it all to you guys. My voice is struggling. So I'm just going to go relax and maybe start editing this video and see if I can get it up today or tomorrow. But that is it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.